This is the Hiace Grandia Tourer. It is the largest variant of the Hiace, both in terms of length and height. It is about 650 millimeters, or about 25.5 inches longer than the Grandia GL, and about 11 inches taller. It can also seat 2 more people compared to the regular Grandia GL. Unlike the Super Grandia, the Tourer only has one sliding passenger door on the right side. Looking at it on the outside, it's hard to say anything positive about its styling. I mean, it looks like a huge box on wheels, but that's okay. People buy these vehicles for their functionality, for their interior space, and probably not for their exterior styling. I'm not saying that it looks bad, but it looks 90% function and 10% form. But it still looks better than your average minibus. Here on the inside, the most important difference is that it now has a higher roof. Obviously, you don't need this much headroom when you're sitting down, but it makes it easier to enter and exit the vehicle. Also, to move from row to row. People under 5'5" can actually stand upright inside the vehicle. Also, another important difference compared to the Grandia GL is that the Tourer has aircon vents for each row. Looking at the ceiling, it almost looks like it has too many aircon vents. One problem I see is that because of the height of the roof, you'd have to stand up to adjust the aircon vents and to adjust the aircon controls, which may not be ideal if the vehicle is moving. Aside from that, it looks very similar to the Grandia GL. It has the same materials on the seats. It also has 2 USB ports per row, and the dashboard looks more or less the same. The Hiace Grand Tourer is powered by a 2.8-liter diesel engine. It produces 163 horsepower at 3,600 RPM and 420 Newton meters of torque at 1,400 RPM. It is the same engine that powers all the other variants of the Hiace, but for some reason, it has a different tune. It has the least horsepower of all the Grandia variants, which is weird because it's designed to carry more people than the Grandia GL. The engine is coupled to a 6-speed transmission.
Sa front na lang po.
Sa likod na lang ako. Thank you.
Diyan ka na lang.
Naka-eco mode siya ngayon, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Paano yung power mode niya?
Power mode. Wala siyang ano, sir. Wala siyang power mode. Pero meron siyang indicator lang, sir. Hindi siya katulad kasi, sir, ni Fortuner, Innova, Hilux na meron kang switch.
So, pwede turn off yung commode niya?
Nagkukusa siya, si system, sir. Pag na-detect mo, sir, na yung driver mo shabby siya.
Straight. Ano yung material nito? Yung light?
Ano siya ma'am? Combination siya ng leather tsaka fabric.
Ano?
Combination po ng leather and fabric.
Fabric.
Yung sa yung gitna po, yung fabric.
Tatayo ako? Yeah, I think so.
Pwede po. Pero pag mga tayo siguro sa medyo wala.
Like mga 5, 5,
5'9".
5.
5'5" pwede siya.
Kulit ko yun.
Tapos ito maganda sa kanya.
Oh, look at this.
Tsaka kapansin mo sa rin suspension niya sa harap. Hindi siya matagdag backward siya. Para siya yung sa mga altis. Speed, edad. Kaya mag-aag lang sa mga altis. Sa hand. Apa. Meron din siyang sa sequential mo. Dito siya nagigil. Parang same na sa atin. Para pag may mga pakyat.
Overall, the Grandia Tourer is surprisingly not too bad to drive. The turning radius was surprisingly good for the length of the vehicle. I was expecting ride quality to be really bad because of the leaf springs at the back, but it was actually pretty decent, even with just 4 people on board. Also, there wasn't a lot of body roll. It didn't feel like it was gonna topple over when doing tight turns. Having the engine at the front meant that heat and vibration were kept to a minimum compared to the previous Hiace, which had the engine underneath the front seats. Also, the front wheels are now ahead of the driver instead of being underneath, and that changes the driving mechanics of the vehicle. It now handles more like an SUV rather than a bus. The Grandia GL Tourer is a special purpose vehicle. I don't see this as a family vehicle. I can't imagine the average Filipino family needing a 14-seater van. But if you have a transport business, or if you need to haul lots of people from point to point in comfort, I think this is the best van that your money can buy.